Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Taurus, I hope that you're doing well. It's going to be a reading all about the person on your mind. Could be a family member, a friend, a significant other, a coworker, a random person that you saw in the coffee shop. I'm not sure. Hopefully it will become clear to you as the reading progresses. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The overall energy for this reading from the Human Spirit Oracle and the tarot will be with the Fun Pulp Tarot, one of my faves. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and the person on their mind. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Taurus, please? Okay. Okay, this is definitely going to be somebody that you might have a bone of contention with them. Spirit just said a bone of contention. Number 15, which which corresponds to the Devil card of the Major Arcana. Capricorn energy, not my circus, not my monkeys. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I always find it really fascinating that whenever I see a depiction of like the heart chakra, solar plexus area being kind of opened up, put on display, I always pause when I see that this area is like a stage. And the monkey in question has his hand over his mouth. So there's the classic, what is it? Hear no evil, or see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. This is the speak no evil monkey. And we have the carousel on top of the head. Very surreal deck. I love this deck. Not my circus, not my monkeys. It's the sense that not my problem. This is crazy town over here, and I don't need to be involved in it in any way. However, the fact that this kind of lapel here says tickets suggests to me that you have a front row seat. You're not saying anything. Perhaps you're not in the position to say anything. Feels very gossipy. Yeah, I mean, you might be saying things, but you shouldn't be saying things. I'm not sure about that. But we have to be careful though, because it does reference the Devil card here. Devil card can, sometimes speak to our baser natures, like gossip. We shall see who this person is. Okay, but I mean, to a certain extent, you don't really want to get involved. I mean, here you are, you may have a front row seat, but you're just like, why am I dealing with this right now? Could be a workplace scenario for a lot of you. Or it could be family drama. I felt energy come up behind me. Could be family drama. Feel like spirit guides swirled in. That was a very strange. So I feel spirit like in my body, but also it's like I hear spirit, like I hear fluctuation in like frequencies. It's very subtle. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. The first 2 cards are going to be who they are, who this person is. The second 2 cards, your role in their life. The third set of cards is going to be the lesson of this connection. Spirit just said feels karmic. They didn't say it is karmic. They said it feels karmic. Right? We have lessons to learn for sure. We always have lessons, but let's see. 2 more, okay? And out they come. All right. 6 cards on the table. Who they are. 5 of Cups in the reverse. Clarified by the Strength card in reverse. Strength card showed up in very prominently in the Virgo reading. 5 of Cups. Fives are tough energies. They talk about things being in a state of transition. In the suit of the Cups in the tarot, it's water, the water element, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This card can talk about, sometimes it can talk about depression, being depressed, being sad, being forlorn, being melancholy. I think melancholy comes the closest for me as a reader to describe the 5 of Cups. Kind of lamenting these spilled cups on the ground. Oh, you know what's interesting? I just noticed that this character has like what look like red, I don't know, loafers, red Mary Jeans, red shoes. And when I think of red shoes, I think of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz may be a reference for you, for your person. Their name might be Dorothy. Spirit just said the word Dot. Dot is a nickname for the name Dorothy. I knew a Dorothy in my life when I was much, much younger, as a kid. So that's strange. She was born October 24th. I don't know why that's relevant. Perhaps that's relevant to you. Maybe that's when your birthday is. Maybe that's when this person's birthday is. Maybe October 24th is a relevant date for you. I don't know why. I haven't thought of that person in at least 20 years. So to jump from these red shoes to the Wizard of Oz to Dorothy to Dot to her birthday, there's a lot of things I could have said about this person from my life, but I jumped right to her birthday. So that's really interesting. I also never put together that she was a Scorpio. It's very interesting. Your person could be a Scorpio. Anyway, 5 of Cups talks about being like just kind of looking at the spilled cups on the ground and wishing we could change things. But the card is in reverse. So it's like the person that you're thinking about has been through something and they're finally starting to come out of it. They're finally starting to see the light a little bit. It's not all hunky-dory yet. They're still struggling, I see, with their ego. Strength card in reverse. Major Arcana number 8, representing Leo energy, talks about mastery over the ego. This sense that we are having to assert our identity in the face of others. When we have the Strength card in the upright, we are more open, fluid. We are more kind of accepting of others, forgiving of others. We can recognize where our fears and triggers hold us back, and we can overcome those things. But your person got this card in the reverse. I think they might be having an ego death, but it's like they're still going through it. And it could be something that feels a little salacious to a group. So, for example, let me just give you the easiest example that Spirit is giving me right now, which is a divorce. Perhaps somebody is going through a tough divorce, and you know, you thought you were going to be with this person, you loved this person, and now it's come to an end. It's embarrassing. It could be, you know, there could be a lot of things going on in the proceedings. It could be messy. It could be something that your soul tribe, you know, especially if it's like a family member, you know, people are up in the background. Oh, you know what she said about him and he said about her, whatever scenario. That's just an example, but it could be something like that where there could be a lot of he said, she said, and here you are. I mean, maybe your front row seat is the fact you could be a sibling, you could be a parent, you could be a best friend. Sorry, my eye is like, it's like itchy. What's that about? You know, it's like if it feels like when people have allergies and they just need to rub their eyes, but in the context of your reading, it's like I gotta clear the windows, because it's almost like I cannot believe what is happening right now. Spirit just said, seeing is believing, which is very interesting because, you know, in the past couple of years of like my personal spiritual awakening, the motto has been believing is seeing, right? Believe to manifest. But Spirit specifically said seeing is believing. So I feel as though you are kind of on the sidelines, just in disbelief, but you know, you can see very clearly what's happening. Your heart might be in disbelief, but your cognitive mind knows exactly what's happening with this person. Spirit just also showed me like a workplace scenario. You know, maybe this person is leaving because they were not treated fairly, or they tried to speak up about something and, you know, it backfired on them. Something like that. Feels a little salacious, unfortunately. I hate salacious is such a good word to describe a not so great scenario. Something is salacious. It's just like it's like juicy, but in a gossipy way. And by the way, that's very low vibration. That's very number 15 devil energy. Very low vibration. Let's get a clarifier for who they are. 3 cards came out. King of Cups. Yeah, look at that King of Cups. Scorpio. If this person isn't a Scorpio, I'd be really surprised, or if they have prominent, like a Scorpio in their top 3 in their chart. Page of Swords, 10 of Wands. Yeah. 10 of Wands, burden, troublesome, a weight on their shoulders. Page of Swords. Yeah, there's that nosy, gossipy, wanting to learn more, you know, but like, here's the monkey here, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I can't stop looking at it. Like a train wreck, right? Page of Swords, all about curiosity, asking questions. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, there could be a lot of asking questions. King of Cups, you know, that's describing this person. It's kind of like they could be in a position of power. Fall from grace, Spirit just said fall from grace. No, it doesn't mean your person fell from grace, but somebody Spirit saying ego death, ego death. And now my starting to lose a little bit of my voice here, like hard to talk about. Hard to talk about. Okay, yeah, Spirit just showed me this. Oh, talk about the TikTok can be so great and it can be so salacious and terrible at the same time, but it's entertaining. Anyway, there's this video that I just watched. I don't know how these things end up on my feed. All I want to do is like look at tarot and cats all day, and maybe like really fancy coffee preparation. I know it's like a weird, but this is what I'm interested in. But I saw this video on TikTok. This girl, this woman who unfortunately saw her father on Tinder. Her father, who is married to her mother. And she showed her mom, and she was like, Mom, isn't this dad? Like, this is dad. And then there was a confrontation, and now they're getting a divorce. I mean, really awful stuff. Really awful stuff. So, Spirit is showing me that. Take it as it resonates. Your role in their life. 8 of Swords. Your role in their life kind of puts them in this position where they have to kind of reconcile. It's like the choices that they've made. It's almost as if you are a reminder to somebody of, okay, I hear the fire trucks trying to put out fires. Emergency, listen to this message. I think that, so the eight of Swords talks about analysis paralysis and anxiety. This is not your energy. I think this is the energy that you kind of incite in your person. And this could be like a very close friend, but it's like somehow you're the voice of reason. You are the grounded one. You are the one that says to this person, do you think maybe, lots of emergency vehicles, do you think maybe that we could have made different decisions here? Knight of Pentacles. Did you present a way out? The Knights of the Tarot, kind of like they deliver messages. The Knight of Pentacles kind of delivers an opportunity. It's authentic, it's in the upright. Did you offer this person a scenario, a strategy, something that could have extricated them from their current situation? Right? Their current situation being this, trapped and bound by their decisions, their thoughts. I think you saw something very clearly. Maybe it was hard, you know, maybe you spoke your mind once and then you had to like stop. Because while you want to help your person, you're not trying to maybe get dragged down with them. And I just want to like put out a reminder here that it's not our job to like save everybody. We can only be there for people to a certain extent. I mean, unless it's like, I can understand, like if it's your significant other or your children or something. I'm not talking about, like, we would hope that you would be able to be there for them. But even then, if somebody is an adult and they keep making these mistakes over and over and over, like devil energy, cycles of repeat, at some point you just have to, jump off that merry-go-round and just say, like, you're spinning on this thing, enjoy the ride. I feel like you gave this person an option that I don't think they took. But maybe they see you as this person that has answers. And here you are, cool as a cucumber, smoking your cigarette of judgment. It's very funny. This is a weird, okay, something's happening right now. I just have to, I don't mean to be gross or anything, but like, I feel like itchy feet. I don't have socks on right now, so it could be like my carpet or whatever, but like itchy feet talks about traveling, or it talks about moving. Like we have to move. And so there's some part of you that, you know, maybe said, hey, let's get in the car and let's move, metaphorically speaking, or physically. But I was in a leadership training once, and one of the taglines of this leadership training, the proctor was talking about, you know, are we smoking our cigarettes of judgment when we look at other people and their decisions? Just sitting over there like, wow, look at that person, you know? So, can I get a clarifier? Your role in their life. Look at that. See, get in the car and go. Spirit doesn't make mistakes when the cards come out. Number 7 in the major arcana, Cancer energy with the Chariot. You did say, let's get in the car and go. This is a car of traveling, of up-leveling, victory over the light and shadow aspects. Like, this is you. This is how they see you. Mobile, free, right? But it came out with the 7 of Pentacles. This card came out in reverse. 7 of Pentacles in the upright can talk about, you know, having made an investment into something, and now we're pondering, was it worth it? Like her, you know, when you kind of have your chin in your hands and you're just like surveying the situation. That's what I feel from this card. It also, this card reminds me of Elizabeth Taylor, who is an actress, very famous actress. So your name might be Elizabeth or Liz. Spirit just said Lizzie, like in Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice. Is there pride involved? 7 of Pentacles in reverse, though, it's like you have been very, very clear about what you are investing in and what you are not investing in. And it's like, dude, I gave you options to get in the car and go. Like, get out of this scenario. You were really clear about it. Really, really clear. Just like, if you don't take me up on it, that's cool. That's your decision. But like, I'm no longer investing in this mess. Here they come again. The lesson of this connection. I think this makes a whole lot of sense. The 2 of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Pentacles in the upright talks about multitasking. Like, able to do it. Able to kind of juggle a lot of things. The lesson here, the lesson of this connection is just like putting something down. Focusing back on the self. There's a lot of tension, I think, that has been put on your person, and I think you're trying to kind of extricate yourself, let them to their own devices. You're still a friend, or you're still a support system to a certain extent, but there's a boundary that's up now. I feel it. The High Priestess in reverse, number 2 of the major arcana, Pisces energy. High Priestess is normally mute, all-seeing, all-knowing, says nothing, sits at the boundary between this material world and the spiritual world. Very intuitive, very, very psychic. Spirit just said really simply, don't mistrust your intuition again. I think your intuition knew the whole time how this scenario was going to play out. Part of you, though, was curious, right? I have a front row seat to it. But you knew. And I think now you're speaking up, right? High Priestess in reverse, like, we're opening our mouths, we're speaking, we're putting up boundaries. I'm going to get a clarifier. I'm going to get a card of advice from Spirit. The lesson of this connection. The Sun in reverse. Wow. Sun is the most powerful card in the deck. It's abundance in all of its forms. Number 19. Sun in reverse. There's some things that have yet to be revealed. They will be revealed soon. Sun is also about clarity and illumination. Don't forget yourself. Spirit just said, don't forget yourself. Redirect your attention on up-leveling your life, improving your life, living your life with integrity. Redirect that energy back towards you. Things will become more clear. That's your reading, Taurus. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Taurus.